Hello, Sigma ladies. They say, she who walks her own path often has to tread it alone. Today, we're delving into the untold stories, the overlooked realities, and the silent battles that define the life of a Sigma woman. You're not just strong, you're resilient. You're not just independent, you're a force of nature. But with this power comes challenges the world rarely sees or understands. In this video, we're uncovering 11 hidden struggles that Sigma women face, truths that only a Sigma lady can truly relate to. If you're ready to shed light on these unspoken realities and embrace the wisdom they hold, then let's dive right in. And before we start, remember to subscribe to the Sigma Lady channel, your ultimate space for self-discovery, empowerment, and unapologetic authenticity. 1. The weight of being an enigma. Sigma women are enigmas, wrapped in layers of complexity. To the outside world, you are both intriguing and confounding. People are drawn to your mystery, but they grow frustrated when they can't define or categorize you. This fascination often morphs into discomfort as people try and fail to place you in familiar boxes. For many, understanding someone who defies conventions is daunting. They might admire your independence, but secretly wish you were easier to figure out. This misunderstanding manifests in subtle ways. Colleagues questioning your motives, friends labeling you as distant, or even family members misunderstanding your boundaries as rejection. The emotional toll of being misunderstood is immense. You constantly feel the pressure to clarify yourself, to explain your choices in ways others can grasp. Yet deep down, you know that no amount of explanation will suffice. Your complexity is part of who you are, and diluting it for the sake of others feels like a betrayal of your true self. Breaking free from this cycle requires self-acceptance, recognizing that not everyone will understand you, and that's okay, is liberating. You were never meant to fit into a box, and the world needs more people who challenge its expectations. Embrace your enigmatic nature as a strength, not a flaw, and let it guide you toward those who value you for who you truly are. 2. When strength becomes solitude. Your strength is undeniable. You handle life's challenges with grace and determination, often carrying burdens that would crush others. But this strength comes at a cost: solitude. People admire your resilience, but they also assume it means you don't need help. They see you standing tall and forget that even the strongest among us need a shoulder to lean on. Offers of support dwindle, and before long, you find yourself navigating life's challenges alone. This solitude isn't just physical, it's emotional. Sigma women often struggle to express vulnerability. You've built an identity around self-reliance, and asking for help feels like admitting weakness. Over time, this isolation can take a toll on your mental and emotional health, leaving you feeling disconnected from the world around you. Yet, solitude isn't entirely negative. It gives you the space to reflect, grow, and reconnect with your inner self. The key is finding a balance. Allow yourself to lean on others when needed, without fear of judgment. Surround yourself with people who understand that strength and vulnerability can coexist. And most importantly, remember that even the strongest souls deserve compassion and care. The too much paradox. Being a Sigma woman means constantly hearing that you're too much or not enough. In one moment, you're too independent, unwilling to conform to societal norms or expectations. In the next, you're not outgoing enough, too introspective, or too ambitious for those who prefer to settle. This paradox creates an exhausting dynamic where you're always walking a tightrope, trying to balance your authenticity with the expectations of others. In professional settings, your independence might be celebrated, but your reluctance to play office politics can alienate you. In personal relationships, your ambition and self-sufficiency can intimidate others, leaving you feeling isolated despite your best efforts to connect. This constant criticism chips away at your confidence over time. You start to question whether you're truly too much or not enough, wondering if you'll ever find a place where you truly belong. But the truth is, you're exactly as you should be. The problem isn't with you, it's with a world that struggles to embrace those who defy its norms. The solution lies in unapologetically owning who you are. Stop trying to shrink yourself to fit the comfort zones of others. Instead, seek out spaces and relationships that celebrate your uniqueness. The right people will see your too much as a gift, not a flaw, and your not enough as a refreshing alternative to the status quo. 4. The battle with social expectations. Society loves its rules, its traditions, and its expectations. As a Sigma woman, you don't just question these norms, you rewrite them. Whether it's choosing an unconventional career path, traveling solo, or delaying traditional milestones like marriage or motherhood, your life choices often defy what society deems normal. This defiance is liberating, but comes with its share of criticism. Friends and family may question your decisions, often masking their doubts as concern. Comments like, "Are you sure you don't want to settle down?" or "Why would you give up stability for this?" become a regular part of your conversations. While these questions stem from a place of societal conditioning, they can feel like attacks on your autonomy. The real challenge lies in staying true to yourself amidst this constant scrutiny. It's tempting to conform just to silence the noise, but doing so would mean sacrificing your authenticity. For a Sigma woman, that's not an option. Your path may be unconventional, but it's yours. The world needs trailblazers who show that life doesn't have to follow a prescribed script. By standing firm in your choices, you inspire others to question societal norms and embrace the idea that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to happiness and success. 5. The lonely leader. Leadership is often romanticized, but for Sigma women, it's a double-edged sword. You're a natural leader, not because you seek power, but because people are drawn to your vision, strength, and ability to think independently. However, this role comes with a hidden cost: loneliness. As a leader, you're the one others turn to for guidance, support, and inspiration. While it's fulfilling to uplift and empower those around you, it can leave you feeling isolated. After all, who do leaders turn to when they need help? This loneliness is compounded by the fact that your leadership style is unconventional. You don't demand attention or assert dominance. Instead, you lead through quiet confidence, empathy, and action. Unfortunately, this understated approach is often misunderstood or undervalued in a world that celebrates more overt displays of power. The key to navigating this challenge is recognizing that leadership doesn't have to be a solitary journey. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who share your values and vision. Build a support system of mentors, peers, and friends who can offer guidance and encouragement. Remember, even the strongest leaders need a trusted circle to lean on. 6. Love on your terms. For Sigma women, love is not about completing someone else. It's about sharing a journey of mutual respect and growth. This perspective makes your approach to relationships deeply meaningful, but also uniquely challenging. You're selective about who you let into your life, valuing depth and authenticity over superficial connections. This means you're not afraid to walk away from relationships that don't align with your values, even if it means being alone for extended periods. While this independence is empowering, it often leads to misunderstandings. Potential partners may misinterpret your self-sufficiency as a lack of interest. They may struggle to understand your need for personal space and autonomy, mistaking it for emotional distance. These misunderstandings can create barriers, making it difficult to find someone who truly appreciates and respects your way of being. However, the reward of staying true to yourself is worth the struggle. By refusing to settle, you create space for a partnership that complements your independence rather than challenging it. Love for a Sigma woman isn't about compromise. It's about finding someone who celebrates your individuality and walks beside you as an equal. 7. Empathy. That drains your reserved nature often conceals a deeply empathetic soul. You feel the emotions of others with such intensity that it's as if their struggles become your own. This empathy is one of your greatest strengths, allowing you to connect with people on a profound level. But it's also one of your greatest challenges. People are naturally drawn to your ability to listen without judgment and offer thoughtful insights. As a result, you often find yourself in the role of the confidant, the problem solver, or the emotional anchor. While it's fulfilling to help others, this constant emotional labor can leave you drained. Adding to this challenge is the fact that Sigma women rarely share their own struggles with others. You're so focused on being the pillar of strength for everyone else that you often neglect your own emotional needs. Over time, this imbalance can lead to burnout, resentment, and a sense of being taken for granted. To manage this, it's crucial to establish boundaries. Empathy doesn't mean sacrificing your well-being. Learn to recognize when you're overextending yourself and give yourself permission to step back. By prioritizing self-care and seeking support when needed, you can preserve your empathy while protecting your inner peace. 8. The fear of being misunderstood. As a Sigma woman, your choices and actions often defy conventional expectations. Whether it's taking time for yourself, declining social invitations, or pursuing an unconventional lifestyle, these decisions frequently leave others puzzled, or worse, offended. This fear of being misunderstood is a constant undercurrent in your life. You might say no to a gathering because you genuinely need solitude to recharge, but others interpret it as rejection or arrogance. When you choose a career path that aligns with your passions rather than societal norms, people might assume you're irresponsible or out of touch. Explaining your reasons feels like a losing battle when the listener is unwilling to see beyond their own assumptions. This constant need to justify your actions can be emotionally draining. It creates a lingering sense of frustration as you grapple with the gap between your intentions and how they're perceived. Over time, this fear of misunderstanding can even lead you to second-guess yourself, wondering if you're the problem. The truth is, your decisions don't need to make sense to everyone. They only need to make sense to you. Letting go of the need for validation frees you to live authentically. The people who truly value and understand you will accept your choices without needing constant explanation. 9. The shadow of intimidation. Your confidence and independence are magnetic, but they can also cast a shadow: intimidation. Without intending to, your presence can make others feel insecure or inadequate. This isn't because you're trying to dominate, it's simply the natural impact of your unapologetic self-assurance. In professional settings, this intimidation factor can lead to tension. Colleagues may perceive you as unapproachable or overly ambitious, even when your actions are purely focused on achieving results. In social settings, potential friends or partners might hesitate to approach you, fearing they won't measure up to your standards. The hardest part of this challenge is that it's entirely out of your control. You can't dim your light to make others comfortable without sacrificing your authenticity, but at the same time, you recognize the importance of fostering connection and mutual understanding. The solution lies in balancing confidence with approachability. Small gestures, like a warm smile or expressing genuine curiosity about others, can help bridge the gap. While you should never compromise your strength, showing that you value connection can soften the edges of intimidation, and create opportunities for deeper relationships. 10. Balancing the inner and outer worlds. Sigma women thrive in their inner world of introspection, creativity, and self-discovery. This inner sanctuary is where you recharge, reflect, and find inspiration. However, the demands of the outer world often pull you away from this space, creating a constant struggle to maintain balance. Whether it's work obligations, social expectations, or family responsibilities, the external world often demands more energy than you're willing or able to give. This imbalance leaves you feeling drained and disconnected, longing for the quiet moments that allow you to reconnect with yourself. The challenge lies in finding harmony between these two realms. While your inner world is essential for your growth and well-being, the outer world offers opportunities for connection, learning, and impact. Neglecting either one can lead to frustration or stagnation. To strike this balance, prioritize intentional boundaries. Schedule time for solitude and treat it as non-negotiable. At the same time, approach external obligations with purpose, focusing on activities and relationships that truly align with your values. By honoring both aspects of your life, you can create a rhythm that supports your authenticity and growth. 11. The cost of freedom. For Sigma women, freedom is everything. It's the foundation of your identity, the driving force behind your choices, and the ultimate measure of success. But this freedom doesn't come without sacrifice. Choosing freedom often means walking away from secure but limiting opportunities. It might mean leaving a stable job to pursue your passions, ending a relationship that no longer serves you, or distancing yourself from toxic environments. While these decisions are empowering, they can also be isolating and financially or emotionally challenging. The cost of freedom is particularly evident in moments of uncertainty. When the safety net is gone, you're left relying solely on your resilience and resourcefulness. While this builds character and strength, it also comes with stress and self-doubt. Despite these challenges, the rewards of freedom far outweigh the sacrifices. By staying true to yourself and prioritizing your autonomy, you create a life that is deeply fulfilling and uniquely yours. The key is to embrace the sacrifices as part of the journey, knowing that every step brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. Sigma ladies, the struggles we've uncovered today are not just obstacles, they're stepping stones to greater wisdom, strength, and self-awareness. From navigating misunderstandings and intimidation to balancing freedom and connection, your journey is one of courage and authenticity. If you've resonated with these truths, know that you're not alone. The path of a Sigma woman is challenging, but it's also incredibly rewarding. Share your experiences in the comments and subscribe to the Sigma Lady channel for more empowering conversations about the life we lead. And remember, the strongest souls are those who walk alone, yet light the way for others. Keep walking your path with purpose and pride, Sigma ladies, because the world needs your light. Until next time, stay fierce, stay free, and stay unapologetically you.